Calum Graham, welcome to the studio.
Hey, great to be here.
You had an incredible opportunity to, I suppose, co-compose, not just with another human, but to work with the amazing sounds of the majestic Humpback Whale, of course, co-scoring Humpback Whales 3D, which debuts Friday at the Telus World of Science IMAX Theater. This must have been a trip.
It was, yeah, it was actually, I was discovered on YouTube, of all places, to go down there and co-score this documentary. And yeah, it was all done with acoustic instruments, and finished it in a couple months, and yeah.
I want to paint a picture for our listeners right now. Here you're sitting in studio, you've got an acoustic guitar in front of you. Do you name your guitars?
I don't. They say, legend says, eventually if you play it long enough, they'll tell you its name.
Ooh.
But I haven't played them long enough yet.
So you've got one kind of, and I'm an entry level, like I don't know much about guitar. This is what I would call a normal looking one. Mm-hmm. And then you've also brought in a very unusual looking instrument as well.
I did, yeah. This is a regular acoustic guitar from Ireland, and the other guitar that I brought, I'll be playing both, but the other one's a custom made harp guitar from Luther in High River, Alberta, my hometown. And it took them 3 years to build, and that's basically what most of the score, what we used to write most of the score. There's other instruments in there, marimba and orchestra and everything, but a big chunk of it was done with the harp guitar. You know, my few years experience in songwriting helped me out basically with this. But yeah, it was the first time I had ever scored a film before, so it was really, kind of learn as you go. Plus, just before I went down to California, I got the harp guitar, so I hadn't even played it, and then I was to go in the studio and start recording with it. So it was a steep learning curve, but it was good.
Can I ask you to swap out the guitars right now?
Yeah.
I can take that one off your hands, or we have some help here in studio. I'd love to hear the sound of this harp guitar. I'm curious to know, can you play us? I mean, describe for us. Did you see the finished film? Did you see the finished product, or you were watching raw video when you were writing this?
Yeah.
What was your exposure like to these humpback whales?
Yeah, a lot of raw footage that we had, and the movie was still being edited at the time that we were writing. So a lot of the scenes that we wrote for ended up not even making it in the final film. So we wrote a ton of music, probably enough for like 2 or 3 documentaries, and then a lot of it was cut back, and we really just used like the theme. It's really, in any movie or documentary that you hear, there's a theme that they go back to, some melody that as a listener you familiarize yourself with, and then you just do it in different keys, different tempos to fit the changing visuals.
So what does the music of the movement of the humpback whale sound like?
The harp guitar, here, I'll play a little something.
This is Calum Graham. I can picture like the calf swimming alongside mama. How do you step outside there? How do you push yourself to find new boundaries as a musician? Because you can't exist just in your own comfort zone, or you're never going to see your career grow.
Exactly. Well, one thing for sure has been, changing up the instruments. Like, mostly my background as a composer is on the acoustic guitar, so even introducing something like the harp guitar opens up, a whole doorway of different ideas, for exploring in writing new material. Plus, my next album I'm going to be doing some singing on as well. So a combination of all that, and plus my next album after that is going to be more of like a Motown funk R&B thing. So I'm doing so many different things.